Good morning, Floda Grae.
Good morning. How you doing?
See, they
You
all
the
go
ladies
on.
them love. Okay, I see
Yes,
what
I
I
go.
got. Good morning, Floda Grae.
Go on.
How are you?
I'm doing
We're great,
well.
we're
And
great.
yourself?
I'm great, thanks. I'm doing good. Thank you.
Wonderful. So, Floda, it is a privilege and a pleasure to have you on the 99 this morning because as I ran through your music, when I got your music last evening, I said, yo, this girl I go on. And so the second thing I did was I went to social media. I went to your YouTube channel. And I see
Yes.
that you're kind of new on the scene in terms of releasing recordings. Tell me, when did you start your professional journey in music?
In 2016, I released my first single in 2016. It was titled R&B.
I saw that. And so the big question I have for you, who told you could sing? When did you discover the and got the confidence to go into a recording booth and start putting your voice to records?
It started as like it actually started out fun. A guy from my neighborhood had a home studio, and he came out to me and my friends. We were just sitting outside, like playing around, and he asked if we knew anyone that could sing. And obviously, at that time, I was young and I was very shy. But my friends, they pointed out at me and they said that I could sing. Yeah, to get into the studio, and that's how I learned how to make music.
Nice. Wow. So your friends boost you up. Good friends, good friends, friends to treasure. Shells?
Yeah, all right. So greetings again, Floda. No, so I'm seeing something you're saying, Afro pop princess, right? So clearly we're speaking with royalty right now. But for those who aren't quite familiar, what is Afro pop?
It's African popular music.
Ah.
So the music that we make here in Africa, that's jiggy right now. That's what Afropop is. And you know, as generations change and as times change, the sound also changes. So that's why it's called Afropop, popular music in Africa.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah.
And I like that clarification because as the music evolves and we learn more about it, we understand the differentiation between Afrobeat, which was a genre of music coming back from as early as the 80s, as to now Afro pop, which is popular African music. We like that.
Yes.
And we like the education
learning.
that we're getting.
Yeah.
Now, you are fresh on the scene, still just putting out music. I think I went through maybe 5 or 6 releases for you. But today we are here to talk about a song that only have a few English words, but the first time I heard it, I was like, yeah, I like it. Tell me, we're talking about Yonalei. Did I get the pronunciation right?
That sounds good, Roddy.
It's Yonalei.
Yonalei.
Okay,
right.
Yonalei.
So,
Okay.
tell me about that and what does that mean?
Yonalei is a single that I released this December on the 15th. The title itself means this is the one. So basically it talks about where I grew up, my upbringing, my hood, and how they support me, and how I am ready for success and prosperity.
Awesome.
So,
Now, as I said, as I listen to the song, it is the harmonies, it's the sound, it's a music that speaks to me more than the words themselves. A lot of songs that make it big have a little more English in them. Some content that people can understand quickly. Why would you go for your native language more than going English for this song?
yeah. If you actually look back at my catalog, I only sing in English. Like, this is the first song where I actually sing in vernac, like, so much. Basically because I felt like I had to commemorate where I'm from.
That's
And
right.
as I said, this song's the one. So I had to like represent where I'm from and actually let that shine through and just do something different. Because I'm always singing in English and obviously everyone understands that. And people get it, but I just needed to add a bit of curiosity so people are curious about what I'm saying to actually get to know more about me and where I'm from.
Awesome. Shells, you want to know some more about Floda Grae?
Well, right now, as we know, the genre is running the globe hot. Afro pop, as I'm learning right now. How important is it for you to cross over to the western side of the world with the music? Is it important, or is it more important to dominate where you're from?
I feel like it's mandatory to dominate the globe, you know, with God's grace. That's how it should be, because music is a universal language. So it makes no sense to make universal music only to dominate a small part of the world. You know, it beats the purpose. So I do want people to know more about where I'm from, the music that we make, and also about myself as a brand.
Awesome.
Lovely, lovely.
All right, so Floda Grae, we are going to give the Bridge Nation a listen to Yonalei, and we continue the conversation right after our first listen. Let's get back to basics. What's with the name? Tell me about the name Floda Grae.
What's with the name?
Yeah.
Floda basically means daffodils, and gray is my favorite color. But obviously, as you can see, it's spelled different. So yeah, it's basically Floda is me. It's what I like, flowers, and my favorite color.
Nice. All right, we got that.
Yeah.
Loving the beat on this one. Influence of the music. Talk to me about the influence. A young artist yourself. What did you grow up listening to?
I grew up listening to R&B, surprisingly. I listened to a lot of R&B, like old school soulful music by the Commodores, Brooke Benton, the Manhattans. I'm an old soul. So that's how I learned how to make music. My grandmother was a singer, so she made me listen to a lot of music. She used to sing every time she came home from work. So yeah, that's the influence basically.
Those artists that she named right now, you can group them as Motown. But yeah, R&B at its finest. But she has evolved, and yes, a lot of the other singles have that R&B flavor. This one, Afropop, you hit this one out the park, representing well. Is Afropop? We've gotten a lot of Afropop from Nigeria, right? We've gotten some music from Uganda. Generally on the continent, what are some of the areas that this type of music is most popular?
Amapiano, because this song is basically Amapiano, but obviously it falls under Afropop music. Yes, but honestly, this genre has taken over the world. It has taken over the world. It has taken over Africa. It's just insane. It's crazy.
Nice.
So yeah, basically it's everywhere. You can't even pinpoint to it.
Fair enough. And this morning you're talking in Jamaica. Now, as Shells alluded to earlier, you answered and said, well, listen, this is world music taking over the entire world. Why is Jamaica an important part of that world for you?
Because I feel like Jamaica is a place where they embrace traditional African music. I feel like we are one. We are one, and some of my music is influenced by Jamaican music. So not necessarily artists, not influenced by artists necessarily, but the sound itself. And obviously, most of that music isn't out there yet, so people wouldn't know that. But when I do drop my album, people will get a sense of that. Because I'm very much into traditional instruments, percussions, the sound. I'm very traditional and very African and grounded. So yeah, Jamaica is very important to me.
Is it important enough? Is it important enough for you to come and visit?
That was my question. I was wondering.
That is one of my greatest wishes. I want to come and visit, and I wish I could perform in Jamaica soon. So hopefully, praying, keep my fingers crossed. I hope I can come to Jamaica. Someone promised me that I will, though. So hopefully that's true.
So that was my question. Right?
That was a question.
I just wanted to know because she sounds fantastic, and especially the fact that she's speaking about the connection, and she understands that we embrace, African music. It's only a matter of time before Floda finds herself here and just mash up your place. So Floda, we're waiting, and we're ready.
While we're waiting, how do we continue to follow your music? And tell me your socials. She gone? We lost her?
No, she did.
Oh, she's there.
Sorry. My social. No, I'm here. Yes, my social media handles are at Floda Grae, FLODAGRAE.
All right, gotcha.
And that's the same everywhere.
All right, so once again, tell us why you want everybody to embrace this song. Tell us what's so special about Yonalei.
I mean, I feel like there's not a place in the world where they don't have a hood, and we as African people have a lot of hoods, ghettos. It basically embraces the ghetto. It embraces where I'm from, which is the ghetto. So I just need people to learn more about, where I'm from and the music and the sound and the culture.
Floda,
Just hoping that.
it was wonderful meeting you. We're loving the music.
Yeah, man.
And we are definitely going to learn much more about you as we continue to play your music here and support your growth in the business. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us this morning.
Bless up, bless
Thank
up.
you so much.
All right. Until next time. Happy New Year when it comes.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too, guys.
Respect, respect.